In today's episode, we're speaking to Vash Tomanec. Vash is a 25-year-old serial entrepreneur who has built 3 successful 7-figure businesses. He has also helped 1,000 plus entrepreneurs from 35 countries to achieve their goals and live more fulfilled life. Let's speak to Vash and find out how this young chap who was driving for Uber Eats at Liverpool University just 3 years ago is now the owner of 3 7-figure businesses. Let's find out. And if you want to know how you can upgrade your money mindset, then click on the link www.millionairefoundations.com and watch our free training. Welcome. This is Gull, your money mindset expert. And today I'm so excited. We have the amazing, the wonderful Vash Tomanec. Welcome, Vash.
Thank you for having me.
I'm super excited to be speaking to you, Vash. Vash, everyone's heard your intro. They know how fabulous you are. But please, in your own words, tell everybody what it is that you do.
Yes. So what I do now, I run 3 successful companies, even though it was never like that 3 years ago when I was still at university in Liverpool, actually, in the United Kingdom. And I was delivering food for Uber Eats. So that was my luckily last job I had. And that's when I had a dream to one day be an entrepreneur and master the area of money and create a life I always was dreaming about. And now 3 years later, I'm in the position where I run marketing company, I run coaching business, and I run software company.
Isn't that amazing? From going from Uber Eats to becoming an entrepreneur in multiple niches, which is amazing. And that's fantastic. So you have a marketing company, a coaching company, and a SaaS company, I take it then. Yeah, some with software.
Yes, exactly.
All right, fabulous. So let's unpack that for you, because for those of you watching on the YouTube can see how young Vash is. If you don't mind me asking, Vash, how old are you? If you were in Liverpool just not long ago?
Yeah, 25 I am.
Okay, wow. So that's quite an achievement for a young lad. So talk us through your childhood. What did you always want to be an entrepreneur? You know, is that what your dream? You're from the Czech Republic, so you've grown around difficult times, I know, because that it's not easy. Czech Republic is now part of Europe, but prior to that, they had quite an upheaval. So talk us through your childhood growing up.
Yeah, so again, I grew up in just a very small town in the Czech Republic. English is not my first language, and nobody in my family is an entrepreneur. So I went through the schooling system, primary, secondary school. I just knew I will get very likely some corporate job. But then at the age of 18, I read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that very likely many listeners read the book.
Yes.
And they just opened my mind because I was from this small town. I didn't see many opportunities. I didn't see what is possible. And when I read the book, I realized, wow, there is a different world out there. There are different possibilities. And that was around the age of 18. So I promised myself that after I finish university, I will already have my own business. And that's the idea. I went to the university that I want to start a business. But I thought I need loads of capital. I need to have these breakthrough ideas. So not much was happening because I was a student living with other 5 housemates in Liverpool. So I wasn't exposed to many new ideas or a lot of wealth until the last year of university, when I made a decision that it doesn't need to be glamorous. It just needs to be something that doesn't need much capital. And I already have experience in, which was marketing. So I focus on e-commerce businesses because that's something I've done at university as a freelancing gigs.
Wow. Okay. So nothing happened. And I think this is important for people to understand. Irrespective of your age or experience, it was actually at the point when you made a full and final decision that something needs to give, and I need to stop looking for that one amazing idea, or raising the certain amount of capital, etc., or the brilliant business that to come my way. I just need to start where I am with whatever I can, and I need to have a business. That is so profound. When you make a decision like that, that can, that can catapult you so far ahead. That's when you make that decision, you can't even imagine that far ahead. Okay. So once that decision was made, that's when you started the marketing. So how did that go, and how did that unfold, and how did that lead to the 3 companies that you have now?
Yes. So as you said, decision is something that you cut off the rest. So when I made a decision, or what I call commitment, because a lot of people are interested in having business, they're interested in having financial freedom, they're interested in living the life they see on Instagram, but they're not committed. Interested means you will do what's necessary, maybe the bare minimum. When you are committed, you do whatever it takes. So I promised myself this thing. I will commit to 3 things I will do every single day to make my dream a reality. So my first goal was I want to hit $10,000 a month profit. The agency will be making $10,000 profit in the next 90 days. Very bold goal, especially when I was earning $1,000 with Uber Eats. But I just knew that I can do it. So I committed for the next 90 days. I will send 10 personalized videos to potential customers. I would study sales for 2 hours a day to make sure if I land a meeting, I will close it. And lastly, I would visualize the goal being a reality for 15 minutes. And so I've done this for 63 days. I sent 630 personalized videos. And what happened? Nothing. No meetings, no clients, no money. So a lot of people would give up at this point. A lot of people told me I'm crazy, I just give up, get a job, all of these things. But I knew deep down that my time is coming, that I'm so close to getting what I want. So I persisted. And in the next 27 days, I actually closed enough clients to hit $10,000 profit. And I hit it day 90. So exactly the last day. And also, that was the day I graduated from university.
Fantastic. So when you graduated, you were already at your 10K a month. Wonderful. Which is phenomenal, because conventional businesses that, I remember studying business in GCSE, God, yonts ago now, 20 odd years ago now. And I remember I quite clearly remember the projections, how the first 3 years first year you're actually losing money, and the next 2 years you're barely trying to break even. So you don't hit the conventional businesses, you're not expected to hit profit until year 4 or 5, whereas you hit it on year 1. And actually nowadays it's possible to do it from very beginning. But it's an interesting concept, because it's something that changes. It's a paradigm shift in terms of business ownership and the way you approach businesses. The conventional idea that you need large capital, and 2, you need to embrace yourself for having losses and then break even for the next few years before you hit profit. You went in with the intention of making profit, a certain amount of profit, a predictable amount within 90 days, and you did it. And that was, but then there was certainty there. So when you're speaking, in the way you're approaching this, it's very clear that you've done a lot of personal development. So what kind of work are you working on your mindset? Because this seems to be a lot of mindset work that's gone on in the background.
Huge. 80%. I tell people it's 80% mindset. That's why my coaching company that now coaches over 1,000 entrepreneurs, we coach 80% mindset. Because I know a lot of people first don't know what they want.
Yeah.
That's why they can't get it. At least I had a goal in mind. Then most people don't take any action. That's why I committed to free action. Most people are not consistent. That's why I stay consistent for 90 days. So all of these things was mindset work. And I did a lot of meditation. I'm also certified by Tony Robbins as a coach. So there was multiple things I was consistently doing to have strong foundations that I can build strong business on. I tell people that a lot of people want to build 7-figure business, but they have 5-figure foundations. It's like building big house on small foundations. It's not going to work. And so almost I've been doing the whole university this foundational work, understanding my mindset, overcoming limiting beliefs, overcoming my fears. And as a result, when I decided to start, actually, I had already strong foundations that I could just build on.
I love that. I love that. And you know, the tagline for this segment is how they change their mind to change their life, into how they change their life by changing the mindset. And you've just clearly highlighted how powerful that is, because you can take all the actions and have all the right intentions and, you know, have all the hustle,
Mhm.
you know, kind of attitude, and you will get nowhere if you don't
Yeah.
have the right mindset. And mindset comes first and actions come second. I mean, I'm not negating the value of actions, because you have to take action, but mindset comes first. And it's wonderful that you started doing that. And I love what you just said, you know, have people want to make 7 figures, but they have foundations of 5 figures. I see that all the time. And I think a lot of the times, especially if you get into the work environment, if you go into the corporate culture, corporate world, you are indoctrinated into having an employee mindset. So those people who are in the corporate world have to, you know, work on that first. They have to not only work on getting more money, but they have to let go of their identity as a corporate employee, which is tough. Because keep in mind, schooling and university education has all gearing you up for that corporate role, that, you know, that's a dream job, which job is, for me, is just above broke anyway. And you never went into that. You went straight from your university graduation and into having your own business, which is amazing. What was the people's reaction around you? How did your family receive this? What did they think of you, you know, when you're doing all of this?
Yeah, they thought it's some school project, honestly, you know. I think when I hit my first $100,000 month, and that's when my family finally understood that this is something you can actually make a living from. Uh,
The
you know, but
$10,000 a month wasn't enough. It had to be, it had to be 100,000.
they thought that it's I don't know, it's not real, almost, like, because most people in the Czech Republic, they probably earn $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
So making that amount profit a month seems like crazy, especially at my age. So they almost thought it's impossible, or I'm making things up, whatever. And as a result, they didn't believe me. So I always tell people, because I love the quote, uh, kind of, those who can't hear the music and see the people dancing, they think they're crazy because they can't hear the music, right? And the same is here, because they couldn't see my vision. Of course, they didn't support me as much as they could. Of course, they didn't believe me, because from their limited point of view, my vision was too outrageous.
Yeah.
My vision was just too crazy. And a lot of people tell me, Vash, my parents, my surrounding doesn't support me. That's okay. As long as you support yourself, one day they will understand, once almost you got so big that they can't ignore it.
100%. I think it doesn't matter just because of your age. It could be any part of your life. I think it doesn't matter what age or gender, for that matter. People around you will not understand your vision because it's not been given to them. It's your vision. They will call you crazy, and until they can physically see the fruit of your labor, they'll just think you're a mad person, or you're just, you know, you're a you know, as I was called, I'm a dreamer. And it's funny, I see this in my family. My brother used to make fun of me, and I used to, when I was your age, when I started attending Tony Robbins stuff, I started reading his books and things. And he just thought I was crazy for having these CDs, because I'm giving away my age now. We had CDs. We had nothing the stuff that you guys have, so we had CDs. So you know, all she does is listen to these stupid CDs, and, you know, she wastes all this time and blah blah. I got so much slack from my brother for wasting money and time on listening to these motivational CDs or whatever, personal development CD stuff from Jim Rohn and others. And now, fast forward 25 years, he's listening to Jim Rohn. Like I was giving away, because I've done so much work. Jim Rohn is, you know, I love him, but it's not something that I'm going to listen to anymore. So I was about to give it away. He goes, no, give it to me. I like Jim Rohn. I'm like, huh? Okay. And it was really pleased to see, but he's listening to Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn and all the people who used to make fun of me, he's listening to. And then I have another cousin who used to make fun of the fact that I'm a money mindset expert, and money's not everything, and now she talks about manifesting, about dreaming, about energies and everything. When people see you, then, you know, when you are successful, then they sort of say, oh, there may be some truth to what they're saying. And then they follow your lead, and then it's up to them what they want to take from you and how they want to develop. But you end up becoming a beacon of light for those around you, the very people who may be pulling you down at the moment, but eventually when you shine your light and you steadfast in your beliefs and you go ahead and achieve your whatever you're saying to achieve, people around you not only respect you but start following your lead. I think that's what happened with me, and I'm sure that's what happened with you, because they probably asked you, Vash, how can I make this, and what can I do, and how can I also have a business?
Exactly. You almost leave footprints for others to step in,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
You give permission to others to also go after their dreams. And I tell people, because a lot of people who start improving themselves, they start just telling everybody, you should read this book, you should meditate more, you should write down your goals, you know? But these people are closed at this moment. They're not hearing it at all. That's why people say, oh, I've been trying to change them. You can't change other people. What happened is you inspire them so much to a point where they actually open up. And once they open up, you can plant the seeds. You can give them the right direction, but don't try to change others. That's why nobody knew my vision. It was written for me because the vision was for me. I would visualize it every day. I would go after it. I would act like it's already a reality. Then I achieved my first vision. I set another one. And most people, most friends, they still thought I'm studying university, even though I have 7-figure business, just because I'm playing my own game and I'm here to inspire. That's it.
Tell me, how do you approach coaching? I mean, do you coach everyone, or do you coach young people to go out and achieve their dreams? Who do you focus on?
Yeah, so our 70% of audience are 18 to 28, but we have people who are 17 and we have people in their 60s. So it spans across the whole board, but mostly it's young people, because we just install in them the good habits, the practices, having vision, clear reason why you're doing it. And it's incredible to see more young people just going after their dreams. But also it's very fulfilling to take somebody who's 40, 50 and just rewrite their old beliefs, the old rooted beliefs. You know, all of a sudden they get happier, wealthier, healthier, all of these things.
And what is your goal, or what is your mission in life? I mean, you're doing well, but what would you say drives you still? I mean, before it was to get to that 10K mark, and then it became a 7-figure business. What's your driving force at the moment? What gets you out of bed and makes you, gets you excited for life?
Yeah, 2 things. First thing, I just want to see where is the ceiling to my potential. I believe all of us have huge potential, but we just don't know where is the ceiling. And so I wake up each day just seeing how closer can I get to it, how much there is to life, because I've never been happier in my life. I've never been more passionate in my life. And that's just because I'm so excited about life, because life has so much to offer. So that's the first thing. And second is I'm on a mission to help 1 million entrepreneurs. As I said, now we coach 1,000, but the goal is 1 million, because I know what impact has 1 million people who are conscious, aware, who go after their goals, who are doing good for the communities they live. I know the impact will be insane. So that's kind of the long-term goal. I don't know if it take me a year, decade, 3 decades, I don't know. But that's the goal I'm going after.
And what drives you apart from that personally? Do you have any personal goals, like I want to drive this car, I want to go and do that, have that, travel to that country and have that experience, or when I have my private jet? Do any materialistic goals inspire you?
Not that much anymore, because again, last year I traveled 25 countries, so I saw a lot of churches, all of these things. So I tell people I no longer travel to see another square or another church or another landmark. I travel for people. So I don't have much material goals, because all of the material goals I had when I was younger are fulfilled. Now it's more about access to the people I enjoy being with. Whether it's mentors that I met, let's say I studied for so long Dr. Joe Dispenza, and then I met him on stage. We spoke backstage, and that was just, yeah, this is it. Because the better I get, the more valuable I become, the more access I get to these people I admire, or at some level I really respect. And I just want to spend more time around them because we inspire each other. So that's now we can't say it's more material, but that's it. The more impact I have, also the more access I have to these people I would love to spend more time with.
Amazing. And the reason why I bring that up is because I think a lot of the times people feel guilty, because this is part of the programming, when they feel guilty about, oh, I want to buy this car, or I want to have that experience, or want to do that. And I love what you said. Go and buy the car, have those experiences that you want, get them out of the way, just get them out of the way. Because once you've experienced a certain number of holidays or certain sort of cars, that drive goes away. And so you're not making money to have that experience anymore. You are making money for a larger goal, for a large experience, which is exactly what you just told me already. So at the age of 25, you no longer have that need for that car, for the house, that trip. It's now, who can I impact? Who can impact me? Who can I connect with? And this is a much larger goal, because you'll be teaching people and you'll be learning from these great mentors. I'm a Joe Dispenza fan too. And so that can, when these amazing people impact you, that will have a ripple effect and impact on your clients and your people, and the world will be a much more beautiful place, right?
Yeah. And let me add to it real quick, because I tell people there is nothing wrong about material things. I love material things.
No, yeah.
It's incredible. Like, they're made for you to be enjoyed, so why not? Yeah. But the thing is, it cannot be escaped. You cannot say, I will be confident once I have the car. You cannot say, I will feel finally peaceful once I have the house, because you're hoping that the external thing will change how you feel internally. This is why people buy the car. It's not enough. They need to buy 3 more cars. It's not enough. They need luxury vacation. That's not enough. They need to buy 2nd home, 3rd home, 4th home, whatever. They hope that the material thing will change how they feel inside. But that's the biggest lie.
Agreed.
You need to change how you feel inside first, and then go enjoy the car. When I sit in my car, I'm like so grateful for it. I just love it. But some people buy the car, but it doesn't give them the feeling they wanted. And as a result, they're more disappointed, and they just need another. They're like drug addicts. They just need another car, another hit.
The dopamine effect. They want something else to give them the dopamine effect, and they can move that direction. I agree. I think this is so important to remember. I always say money comes second, happiness comes first. So you don't become happy once you have money. You have money once you become happy. So you need to be happy and grateful wherever you are. Not necessarily satisfied, but content. So content that everything's wonderful, everything's amazing, and be grateful for it. Not satisfied because there's more, and you can experience more, and you can do more, and you can impact more people. Whatever motivates you, but you can always do more. You can always grow into a larger version of yourself. So you should never be satisfied, but you should always be grateful and content. But people are never grateful, never content, never satisfied, but they wallow in self-pity and become victims rather than empowered and go after the goals.
Yeah, I agree, because let's take this. A lot of people say, but if I'm happy, I won't stop going after my goals. That's not true. Because when you feel inspired, excited, happy, do you tend to do more or less? You always want to do more. You almost like, man, I can't wait to do this. And the same is here. I know that happiness is superpower. I wake up each day feeling inspired to go after my goals. I'm inspired to do the necessary things that will get me closer there. So some people think they need the anger to push them, but really you don't. You don't. Like, get happy and then get the car. Get happy, then get the house. Get happy and then go to the vacation. It will be 10 times better.
Exactly. And you will feel grateful for those achievements, for those materialistic goals. And there's nothing wrong with having them, but as long as you can appreciate them once they show up, and they will show up, but most people don't appreciate it. And they're like, really? Is that what it was? They have the anticlimax, feeling. And it's because they haven't set their mind correctly. And you're right. People are looking for external validation of their internal feelings. I need to have this car to know that I'm worthy. No, you're worthy, irrespective of the car or the house or nothing. You could be someone on the street and with zero money to your name and still be worthy. I think that this is the programming, unfortunately, that we've had, and everyone's developed this love-hate relationship with money. And unfortunately, until they rectify this relationship and rectify their understanding of what's possible for them, so changing the mindset, success eludes them.
Yeah. And to add to it, one thing about money, personal story is this, because growing up, I heard a lot of stories like, oh, look at this rich man, what he done bad again. So almost the belief was money is bad. So what happens? Most people sabotage it. They 100%. Earn some money, but unconsciously they believe money is bad, or rich people are bad, or whatever it is. And therefore, they will find a way to sabotage it, to just lose the money, would spend the money, whatever it is. But I started to rewire myself to believe that money is great. Now I have abundance of it. The more money I have, the more people I impact. So I connected that the more money I earn, the more people I can impact, which is important to me. And as a result, just making more money and keeping the money became almost new standard to me, compared before believing that the more money I have, then I'm a terrible person as a result. Again, it sounds stupid or irrational, but if I grew up with that, that's the program.
Yeah, that's you hit the nail on the head. It's the program. You don't get to choose what program was given to you, because this program was given to everyone between the ages of 0 to 7. And if you were lucky enough to be born in a household with an abundance mindset with your parents, you will notice that you will have an abundance mindset. But if your parents had a negative relationship with money, that's what you've been given. So you have to reprogram that first before you actually see the financial success externally. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap this up. Vash, do you have any last comments for our viewers, our listeners?
I would just tell them this: if there is area you struggle with, look at if there are any beliefs that are stopping you from making the area the way you want it. So if you struggle with money, analyze if you have any beliefs that are slowing you down. That would be the last comment.
Thank you so much. And so tell us, Vash, how can we connect with you? Where can you find you on the internet?
Yes, so the best place would be Instagram or YouTube. So you just put Vash, that's VASH _Tomanec, that's TOMANEC. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me there. And if you want to visit the website, it's mindtrepreneur.com. That's mindset and entrepreneur together.
Fantastic. So if you're listening to us on our podcast, on the podcast podcast platform, I forgot the word there for a second. If you're listening to us on our podcast platform, then the links for Vash would be in the show notes. And if you are watching on YouTube, then down below in the description section, once again, we'll have the links that Vash just mentioned. Go check him out. He's an amazing young entrepreneur, very inspirational, and I'm sure he can help you. And if you have any young listeners for us at the moment, especially young lads, I think someone like Vash would be a great inspirational mentor for you. So go check him out and see how he can help you achieve your success in your life too. Well, thank you so much, Vash, for being such an amazing guest for Friday Feature. We have to have you back, of course, on Money Talkies. But today, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for listening to me and Vash today on Friday Feature. I will be back with another amazing guest, finding out how they change their life by changing their mindset. Until the next time we meet, this is Gull signing off. Take care and bye for now.